Okay, well, hey, welcome back. And today is part two of my mother's Yesterday, Mother's Day of yesteryear uh, drawing. I did, about an hour yesterday and last time on the portrait, and hope to do about the same today, I think, see if I can get it finished up, and we'll go from there. So, anyway, good to see you, and we'll get rolling. Where was I now? And let me find my good eraser. Okay, got my good eraser here. And a couple things I've noticed since I was just sitting here. So, things I want to kind of take care of, like where that T-shirt goes is kind of outer mid-ear, so that needs to come in just a little bit. And I think it comes up a little steeper as it heads out there. So just tidying that up a little bit. Easy squeezy. Okay. And then it comes up over the sternomastoid, I think. Spot there. And then you can't see where I'm going down below here, but that's what we got going. Okay. Also, just pull a little more shading down into the neck right there. I just threw some down there really quick, so I haven't really worked that at all. We'll get that. Whoops. As I grind it in there, start to get way too much going. Had some on my finger. Okay, anyway, we'll play with that. But like I said, I don't want to be too tender. We need to just keep things rolling, make some fast decisions, and make this happen. Okay, so looking for the right spot to come in. This is where I need one of my sticks, one of my dowels that I use as a maul stick. Whoops. So I don't have to lean on the drawing. And where I'm trying to come in is right off the corner of the mouth, and then as it goes up on the lip. And as much as I don't want to use this tool, it is handy for those small things. I got to do as big items as I can with it, so it doesn't start looking over detailed. And then I think what I need to do is just invite a little more value into that mouth area right there. Then it gets seriously dark right there for a moment, where the upper lip pushes into the lower lip and heads up over in its form. Might even go up a little more. And I really need to be wearing my reading glasses to see some of this. And I do want to reconnect some of that along there. And let's see. And a little tip of the corner mouth doesn't really go up that high. Doesn't. In fact, it kind of does this thing. And does more of this, top and bottom. And again, that's just going to stand out huge. That was way too much. So I overdo it, then come back in and undo it. Now I hope I'm probably pushing it over a little too far. But alright, then the lower lip stays pretty high there. Pretty high at the joint, at the meat of the two lips. Then we come down and it kind of goes up over the structure of the lip and then down. So, which isn't too surprising because I and at least one or two of my brothers carry that same lip. Mine's on the other side, but kind of that same lip imbalance. I don't know what to call it. Where it's a little more prominent on one side than the other. Okay, not all this matters to anybody, but let's see. I'm just going to cut back a little more lip out of there, and then we're going to pull that shine on the lip. It doesn't really ever divide that edge, whatever that ridge is called, on the lower edge of the lip, but it nearly does. And then it comes down kind of sharply and then over. And it's just not that light. It's not that stark. And that stays just slightly lighter up in there. Up in there. Doesn't. And then I'm just going to ease down some of this light right there into place. Anyway, okay. So it's starting to take on a little more natural posture for the lips. And that one pops up just a little bit. Just a little bit as it, before it heads down and arches down this side. And then we have a nice corner mouth feature right there, which comes out not too far. So I got to push that back a little bit. And that comes mostly down. And then it's tucked up by the lower lip. By the lower lip does a little thingy there. Anyway, okay, we'll leave that for a minute. We'll let that lie. Excuse me, sorry. That's one thing about streaming. It's like all the guttural noises that I make. I'm clearing my throat. Anyway, so pardon my raw, presence and behavior here. Now, while I have a little bit on my finger, I just want to ease some into this cheek area and start introducing this shading into here. And again, not going to worry too much. I just need to do it. Okay. Tell you what. I'll get some of that in there. Now I'm going to do a little more. Just go ahead and get that in there. And we'll see what's going on when I get back. Alright, so I got to go take care of some business here. And set a little alarm to do so. So, I'll be right back. Hang tight. Enjoy the music. I don't have any music. So anyway, we'll be back and see you in just a minute. All right, I made it back. Get into place here, and getting back into it. All right, I'm back. Had to just run a quick task and lube the voice again. I need to get a little light filter up there. Okay, back at it. So here we go. Got some tone up in here, and it's like I just need to get it so it's not so stark, so we have something to work with, you know, throughout the piece. Super subtle stuff because of the nature of the photograph, the nature of the whoa, sideburns. Okay, I dragged her hair into it there. But we just need to get some of this form, some of that wonderful tissue form on the face. The face was not flat as to, you know, the form on it, right? So get a little bit on there. think I need to just push the hair up in there a little bit. Just get a little more involved there. And it's starting to look a little better. I think I need to cut into the neck just slightly. I get that corner. Got that corner in the neck. Do I have that? Maybe I need to push back with the eraser right there. And we get kind of this corner of the neck where it makes a transition. And one thing you need to see is how high that t-shirt comes. About right there. Yeah, I think we can come up even more with the t-shirt. Slightly more. So to justify the structure of the neck right there. So anyway, blah blah blah. So there we go. Whoops, I dragged all kinds of stuff around. All right, just trying to get things set, and the mouth looks ish. I think I have the peaks. I'm not happy with those peaks on there. Let's throw in the old readers, the old lookers, and see if I can mellow this out. Okay, I'm just gonna curve this down slightly. It's funny, it's like on one hand you don't need to get too crazy about certain things. On the other hand, certain elements are the portrait. And how lips lie can be a huge part of that, I think. Okay, that's starting to feel a little more. Oh, I think, okay, I've got to flatten that, bring that up, flatten that. It just wasn't. And maybe that's where, oh, I know. I need to bring the lip division up. And there's this little spot going down. Anyway, okay. I don't want to overwork everything right now. I'm going to push this back a little bit, so this shadow. Or not, yeah, I mean just the division of that light and dark. I'm going to push that back a little bit for now. Alright, I keep seeing it different ways. That's what's getting me. Like you see a certain strength, and then you think, oh, that's too much. And I think what I need to do is push those up slightly. Push that division. All right, but we could get hung up on these for a long time too. So sometimes just gesture it in there, let it happen, and call it good. But with certain things, you just want to nail it. Okay, so oops, as I touch it with my loaded finger, take away the shine. All right. One more effort on that particular shine. Lighten that back up. See what happens. Okay. All right, so let's call that good. Now, let's hone in on some nostrils and see what's going on with those. I don't know, maybe. Well, yeah. From chin to nostril. Nostril to, trying to think. Oh, okay, there we go. From wide pinch of lips to the top of the eye. Right there to there gives me my nostril. Okay, now side to side, where is that nostril? This one is in the curve. Okay, so that's feeling hurdy-gurdy. And I'm gonna tap that in. Kind of right there. And then this one, I'm not really shaping it yet fully, just inside. So I want to go across from the cheek, from the cheekbone. Okay, so if I go cheekbone down, and it should be pretty close. Okay, so I think it's just barely wider than what we're showing here, meaning I think it's going to be like that. Not that way. Okay, and not as high. It's going to cut off faster. Faster. In fact, it comes down. My mom had a nostril, I don't know what to call it, a postured nostril flare, as though to breathe in I don't know what I'm trying to say, a little intensity flare in her nose, in her nostril posture. I don't know what to call it. Okay, so now, so I'm kind of developing a bunch of stuff as I do this, and I'm just gonna back off. Well, no, I'm not gonna back off. Just trying to determine my shading down there, because then it comes around, goes over that nostril wing, and then up into that eye socket. So we want that to happen, right? And then we also have over here the definition between the cheek and the nostril wing, right? The wing of the nose. So we're going to put that over there. Ease that in. I don't want to overdo it. Just want to get her in there. And then that's going to slide down to the structure of the nostril. Okay, so that's going to go up a bit. So let's introduce my finger, though. It's going to make a line, and then I'll be feeling crazy about it if it gets out of hand. Okay, I dragged that line. That was weird. And see, that comes like that. Swing. And then zing. Anyway, we'll work on this more in a minute. But that nostril wing, about the inside of the eye, right there. So we'll clear that out. Hopefully I haven't over contaminated the paper right there. And it goes up like that now. Okay, here's the structure. Here's what I got going on. I need to actually bring some tone back in there. Kind of smooth that all together again. Because she has the wing, but then there's this kind of the highlighted structure on the wing. The wing's out here, but then there's a highlighted structure, and it doesn't go up very high before it comes over. It comes up almost straight, and then flares into the broad span over the bridge of the nose. Anyway, blah blah blah. Something like that. Now, it's going to be more subtle than that, but that's the general structure of it. And I need to just bring this down one more time because I keep going too high with it. It's not very big above the nostril, that structure. Then up in here, it lightens and blends into the skin. So it's very subtle, but that's what's going on. Kind of like that there. Now, that doesn't look like it right now because of a lot of things. Okay, part of it is we need to pull this structure down, I think, just a little bit. That nostril, I think, is going to have to, well, now this is the, no, I'm not going to say it. Now, it's all too harsh right now, so just relax, everybody. No, I'm just kidding. Not that anybody's even watching. Oh man, okay, I got the wrong feeling going here. Why do I have that? Okay, so maybe I just have it too high, too large. Or I did just have it coming down too low. And then, and then the shadow between the two cuts up pretty swiftly on an angle like that, and then we lighten a catch of light on this section of the upper lip, above the upper lip. But well, there's something about this I'm not digging. And that whole, first of all, is just too harsh. It shouldn't be so like cuttable. Then comes this way and just does this little push along here. So, man, that's just too heavy. Heavy everywhere. Okay, starting to shape into place, but need to lighten this. And then push that up in there. And then this terminates pretty much up in there. Okay, but we need to broaden this color so it doesn't look too much like a hook, but more like a starting to feel a little more like it should. Again, we don't want to draw too much attention to noses and ears and things like that. You just want them to be stated so they have their moment of correct anatomy and blah blah blah. Okay, so dang, just not digging the whole vibe right now. I think I need to push up a little tone, a little higher here. Get that involved. Then right above here is that nice little element that leans over. Doesn't come down too far though. Now, I'm starting to feel, yeah, like I have the other one a bit away. And that carries the structure. Man, it's subtle stuff going on with this shading up here. Now, I need to whittle this back, chain, and down. And then it lightens, but it's still part of that transition. And then a little bit of light creeps up here to catch just a little bit of form on the face. And then right here we catch the light on the divot, and it subtly lightens up over here like that. Oh, okay, 1,000 things that I don't like. Okay, one is I've got that pinched too tight. That's okay. I don't know. I don't know why this nostril is just torturing me. Sometimes you feel it, and sometimes it's a struggle. And today, for some reason, it's a struggle for me. Either I'm just not seeing something right, or I'm just not in the right phase to deal with it. Okay, now that all of a sudden felt a little better. You'll need to lift that structure. Okay. It's starting to feel slightly more natural. Like that. Okay, now let's wander over here and do two different things. Like, there's a funny little play of light and dark. One on the nose and one off the nose. So anyway, okay, that's starting to settle in on the filming, on the projection. Boy, it just comes over so harsh. It's not this harsh. I probably need to change some filtering. It's not as dark on the drawing as it appears up here. If you know what I mean. But that said, I can ease up on it a little bit. And like that. And just see if that feels better. And then I'm going to bring the bulb of the nose down and give that space, that light. Hopefully I've still got enough light on my paper for that to ring true. Okay, now. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with that too much more. It's like I say, I keep looking at the projection, meaning the stream, and it's just not the same as the drawing, and so it's a little frustrating. It's not picking up the subtleties that I'm able to create here. So anyway, anyway. Okay, I'm just going to suggest that. Okay, that's starting to take on a look how it should. So now I'm going to cut that off a little bit so it's not too harsh. And just let that lie. Okay, all right, so I think I pushed the nose back at least to an acceptable representation of what's going on. Enough to move forward and away from that effort. Okay, maybe that's good. Maybe that's good. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna touch it. Okay. All right. Okay. That's it's mostly okay. I am going to just tuck up this shadow and emphasize the shape of that bend. Anyway, that's going to be so harsh. I gotta quit moving stuff on this shadow. And I need to pick up a little bit of that, make it more subtle. Anyway, we'll see how that feels. And cheek, the fullness of the cheek pushes back. Pushes that back there a bit. And then it fades. It just fades. I might have it too distinct. There, so okay. So let's okay, I think I need to return it just a little more up here. Okay. Now I'm gonna give it some more, and then evenly or subtly and evenly take it away, if that makes any sense. Okay. All right. Whew, man. That was a fight for structure. Yes, sirree. The fight was real. And then these right there. Okay, that starts to bring that into play. But I'm just going to ease it up a little bit. It's there. I'm just going to ease up. Oh, how harsh it is. I don't want to mess up the form though. I like generally what's going on. You just touch some back into there. There we go. It's funny. It just depends on what lighting, which reference you're looking at as to how much that stands out. Okay. Well, I think that feels generally comfortable. There we go. That feels better. But that nostril's looking either too harsh or too big. One or the other. But I also don't want to, anyway, whatever. I keep whittling it down. So I got to be careful not to push it, completely away. Then we do still have shadow through there. So I'm going to kind of leave it. And then see what that's doing for me. I'm going to let some form come down from the cheek and push in there. Got that little bit right there. And in there. Okay, because we still need to come up and do some eyes, if you know what I mean. What time is it now? Okay, going on 5 o'clock. So get it too high. I gotta make sure I didn't. I just keep working that nose up from lower lip to nostril is nostril to mid eye. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, it's not. All right, it's definitely not high. Okie dokie. So here we go. Oops. I'm just going to destroy it with my finger. Okay, so I better use smaller things to delineate now, like the pencil, like the smudgy pencil, or the smudgy thingy, whatever it's called. It has a French name. I can't remember the French name. Alright. Oh, shoot. Okay. I actually gotta go get ready for some stuff. Okay. Tell you what. Yeah. I'll probably need to do a third day on this. Yeah, I don't want to go any wider on the nose. But I think I need to bring in this shadow shape. If that makes any sense. Excuse me. Okay. Push that up. Just lighten, lighten, lighten. Anyway. There's just something about the nose. There's just killing me. Maybe it's that. this too hard. There, somehow that's feeling better. That's feeling better. I don't even know exactly what I did. No, I mean I do, but there we go. That's just, yep. Feeling much better. And from a distance, okay, first of all, it has the convex push right there. And we just need to lighten all that. Get into that a little more. Man, I don't know. I just can't quite. Well, okay. Okay, now it's starting to feel a little better. But you know what? I'm going to spend 3 more minutes. Or maybe I should quit there. We'll come back tomorrow to tomorrow I'm going to be doing a few things. Let's see if I get back this week. Sorry I've been so quiet. Just been trying to nail down what's going on with the nose. That's just been kicking me. So anyway, we will pick. Okay, I'm just gonna sit here and ruin it. Okay. So we will pick up soon and run with this again. Yeah. Anyway, there's so much subtlety there. We'll get the other eye in. We'll start to try to finish some things up and see if we can pull this together. I think I've gone too deep on some of this stuff, and I've lost the freshness, and I'll have to refine that. So anyway, but it's been fun. Thanks for hanging with me. We'll get some more done on this thing soon. So anyway, take care. This has been Draw Me Face, Mark Omer, and my 2 subscribers. Thanks for maybe watching this. So anyway, take care, you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye.